Hello, I'm Dragoș, and in this video we're going to take a look of how you can run your local LLM directly on your Mac Mini. I have an M4 Pro with 24 gigabytes of RAM, and I've created some video in the past where, for instance, with a 4 billion parameter, the Mac Mini M4 Pro just crashed. But since then a lot of changed, and you have MTA, multi-token attentions, that has been released. You have the OMLX, that it's just an alternative to LM Studio. And yeah, in this video we're going to check this. So basically we're going to use this OMLX for testing. It's similar with what you're seeing in LM Studio. You're just going and downloading this thing in here, and in here you see that this is the latest version in here, and you will have below the things that you will want to download. So macOS 26, and I'm downloading this and I'm just installing this, and after you install it, it will look something like this. So basically it will open the browser with the details, and in here you'll have the dashboard with tokens, models, and things like that you can configure. And in here you'll have the model with the manager. This is the model that I have in here. We are going to test this Queen 3.59 billion parameters with this v4 flash, quantizes 4 bits with MTP. And yeah, in here you have the options to go to download, and in here you have the options to search the model in Hugging Face and so on. And yeah, in here you just go and search for the model you want. So for instance, Queen, you will find the model. So if you want to with MTP, which is faster than the other models, you search for the model that you want to use in here. On this 24 gigabytes, 9 billion parameters, it's like the sweet spot because you want also to have things usable. And yeah, then you will hit download, and the model, it will go into download queue and you can use it. Then you have the settings things in here. In the global settings, you set up the API key for this. You have the options to choose the port and things like that. You choose the memory limit for this if you want. Let me increase it a little. Okay, you can't, it's on auto. I will let it like this, and in here you have the options to use the caches. You have the options to modify the context windows and temperature. By default, these things, it is just having the 32K. So I've increased this because you can do this, and based on the temperature of the model, you can go and configure this. And that's it. Then you have the model settings, and in here I have the models, and in here you see you can enable settings for different models. So in here for this model, for instance, you have the options to configure the enable thinking, add the thinking button, and yeah, you have the option to enable turbo quant. Again, this thing, it will make things faster, deflash, but for this, I've enabled native MTP support because supposedly it's faster. If you're using Gemma, you have also this MTP that is natively for Gemma. And yeah, I mean, that's about it for this. In here you have the log, you have the options to bench, and in here you can go and chat with this model. You can choose the model and you can chat with it. But for this, we're just gonna use the agent. So in here you see that you can directly run some applications that you may have installed in there, like Cloud Code in case you have it installed, Codex, OpenCode, P. So for this thing, I will just run the P because I configured in the yesterday video, and yeah, it is not loading the context that much. And what I'm gonna do, I will copy this command, so it will start the P agent, and in here I have the P agent like this. So basically this will use the OMLX CLI, and it will tell you to launch P, and it will ask you to choose the model that you want to use. So in here you see that you have the context in there, and you have the options to choose between the 3 models that we have in there. So for this thing, I will gonna use the MTP one 9 billion like this. And right now he is writing the details in there with the things, and right now we should have everything in place. And in here I have like an Astro website created, and we're gonna use a prompt to tell the agent to start working. So basically I'll tell him that I have an Astro website in here with Alien CSS4. I have a need to create a menu, footer, testimonials, readme, and things like that, create SVGs. So we're going to see how well it does in these coding tasks in here and how fast it is. And right now I have started this. So you see that right now it will start loading the model. In here you will see the memory that it will go up. So right now it's at about 20 gigabytes of memory that it's used. So the model, I think it is still loading. It will take more time in the beginning to load the model, but afterwards it should stabilize and be faster. The memory that it is utilized, it's also dependent on the context window that you are choosing. So I've increased the context window to 132 to have more room in there. But of course this will have a toll into the speed of this and into the memory that it used. And right now this thing, it's working. And let's go and see if he's able to create something for us. And in here you see that you have the context window for this. Because we're using Py, it will not load a lot of things from the start, which is good. And right now he will go and search the project and will go and try to build this Astro website. And we're gonna see if he's able to do something. And of course, if you want to check what is happening into the dashboard right now, okay, let's see. In here you will have the details about this. So you see that the memory that this model is using, and you should have tokens and things like that in here. Okay, right now it's still loading something. So yeah, this one, it is started. It is thinking on what he will do. Yeah, I mean, this thing, I think it will not be very fast, but I'm curious to see if this will be able to create a usable project at the end, and if he will have errors or not. So right now he wants me to respond to some question. I will tell it to decide for myself. I have done extension that it will help me do that. So right now it is working. Let's see another thing in here. So you see the tokens right now. Yeah, it's not very fast. Okay, so it responded. Decide for yourself like this. And let's see. Again, it's starting to generate things and it's loading everything into the memory. That's why you need a powerful PC when you are working with models that are hosted locally. So I guess this thing, it will take about half an hour maybe to finish. So right now you see that it started with the token generation. Okay, just go and create the modern professional solar panel website. And right now he's created the to-do and he will start working on this solar panel website. And yeah, here you see the requests. Yeah, I mean, these models are not very fast on an M4 Pro Mac Mini with 24 gigabytes, but they are usable, which is a good thing. And you see in here that the memory is at 20 gigabytes, which is pretty good because it lets room for other applications like this recording to work. So yeah, in here you have the cache tokens and cache efficiency and all things. I didn't play a lot with this OLLM or OMLX, sorry. So right now he tells it is working. Probably it will take a lot of time to finish this thing because it's just pre-filling and doing things, and the cooler it's spinning on the Mac M4 Pro. One it's waiting, one it's working. So I guess I will pause this and I will came back at the end. So you can see the time, because right now it's still working on this. He's telling. So it started creating the assets. So you see 70 tokens per second. Right now it's generating the SVGs. It's not very fast, even with MTP. I want to see an actual SVG generated first, and then I will pause the video. So you see that right now the context is already at 35k. That's why it's that slow. Okay, it still tries to create the assets. 18 tokens per second. Probably, if you're going to check, for instance, in here, like Queen 3.5 for billions, this one, it will be faster and more appropriate for this Mac. But I don't think this one, it has the MTA support. I can try to download it like this. Okay, he still tries to create this. So yeah, it's still at 20 tokens per second. And I see he didn't create any SVG yet. He's sticking hard to create these SVGs. So yeah, I mean, I am a little disappointed because it is not able to work that well. I mean, I can make faster this website than he might think. What I will do, I will wait for the other model to be downloaded and I will start preparing that one to see if it is faster and it is more appropriate for this Mac, because the 9 billion one, it's not okay. So I've downloaded the 4 billion one. What I did in here, because this one it doesn't have the MTA support, it has enabled thinking, I enabled the Quant Flash, which should be faster for this. The Flash also, but again needs to support this. And this model is not in here. Okay, I'll save this. And what I will do, I will go again and start the P agent and choose the model and send the prompt like this. Right now I will choose the 4 bits OMLX. Let me copy again the prompt and see if the 4B one is faster. Okay, let's see if this 4 bits one is able to create something for us. Let's see. Dashboard. Right now it's loading everything. It should be faster because it's smaller. And we should not wait that much. Also the tokens should be faster. Okay, it's searching through the details again. So it is reading the files. It will load the contents with the details. But at least this thing, it's faster. Okay. Yeah, so everything is moving faster right now. And this has a chance to finish. You see in here that the cache tokens are working. It's already created the SSD files with cache things. Okay, it's still reading the file. It's creating the plan. Good, you understood. Okay, it's creating the components. So this thing is smarter than what the Gemini 3.5 Flash was doing when I tested it. So a local model, it's faster, it's smarter than the Google model, the Flash one, at least for this thing. Okay, let's see if right now he is able to create these SVGs for us, because in the past it took a lot of time to create one and it stayed there. Okay, 24 good tokens per second, so I think he generated one. Yes, solar panel, good. That doesn't mean that it is working, it just generated. So he will go and generate the other SVGs let let me pause this. Yeah, panel. So yeah, it's going. Good. In here you see cache tokens, prefill tokens. Okay, it's generating at 20 tokens per second. Okay, solar. So it generated a couple of SVGs for us. Yeah, the good thing that is the memory, it's stable. Of course, you have 4 bits of this, but in the past, even the 4 billion one with 4 bits, it crashed my laptop. Or M4 Pro. Mac Mini is not a laptop. Echo, okay, it is trying to create something nice, I think. Let's see. Yep, 24 tokens per second. Yep. Electricity. So you see in here that the context is already at 30k because all of these things that were generated. That's why you need more context. Okay, he still wants to create SVGs. 4 weren't enough. Eventually it got stuck in creating the hero. It stayed in here for 20 minutes. It's creating something like a footer or something, and yeah, it just went dark. So yeah, this is what is happening with these local models. Like M4 Pro Mac Mini is not powerful enough even to run a 4 bits and 4 billion parameter model, and that's why the prices are increasing to the API request, because you need powerful machines to run these things locally. Drop a comment below with your experience.